Unit 3, Transport. Lesson 12, Critical Thinking. At the end of this unit, you will write 2 paragraphs about possible solutions to a problem. Look at this unit's writing task below. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages of 2 solutions to a city's traffic congestion problem. Skills. Evaluating solutions to a problem. Sometimes there is more than one solution to a problem. When that is the case, you should evaluate each of the different solutions and decide which is the best. To do this, you will need to consider the points for and against each solution. For this topic, these might include how cheap, fast, convenient, or popular it is. Before going into the main activity, watch the following video and try to figure out what problems of traffic are there.
At an intersection, you always watch unfold the fundamental problem of traffic. On green, the first car accelerates, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then you, only to catch the red. Had the cars accelerated simultaneously, you would have made it through. Coordination, not cars, is the problem, because we are monkey drivers with slow reaction times and short attention spans. Even if we tried, getting everyone to press the pedal on 3, 2, 1 now would be challenging. This discoordination limits how many cars can get through an intersection, and when one backs up to the next, that's when city-sized gridlock cascades happen, taking forever to clear. In general, more intersections equals more discoordination, which equals more traffic. This is the motive behind big highways. No intersections. Splits and merges, yes. Intersections, no. No stopping, no coordination problems, no traffic. Well, that's the theory anyway. Intersections outside of a highway will back up onto it, again, because human reaction times limit how many cars can escape the off-ramp when the light changes. But even without intersections, there would still be traffic on the highway. Traffic can just appear. Take a one-lane highway with happy cars flowing until a chicken crosses the road. The driver who sees it brakes a little, the driver behind him doesn't notice immediately and brakes a little harder than necessary. The driver behind him does the same until someone comes to a complete stop. And oh look, cars approaching at highway speeds must now stop as well. Though the chicken is long gone, it left a phantom intersection on the highway. This is what's happened when you're stuck in traffic for hours thinking there must be a deadly pile up ahead, and then suddenly the traffic's over with no wreckage in sight. To your relief if you're a good person and mild annoyance if you aren't. You just passed through a phantom intersection, the cause of which is long gone. And this phantom intersection moves. It's really a traffic snake slithering down the road, eating oncoming cars at one end and pooping them out the other. On a ring road, a single car slowing down will start an ouroboros of traffic that will last forever, even though there's no problem with the road. If the drivers could coordinate to accelerate and separate simultaneously, easy driving would return, but they can't, so traffic eternal. On highways, traffic snakes grow if cars are eated faster than excreted, and they shrink if excreted faster than eated, dying when the last car accelerates away before the next car must stop. Now, in multi-lane highways, there needs be no chicken to start gridlock. A driver crossing lanes quickly with cars too close behind is enough to birth a traffic snake that lives for hours and leagues. It's this quick crossing that causes drivers behind to overbrake and begin a chain reaction. But we can make traffic snakes less likely by changing the way we drive. Your goal as a driver is to stay the same distance from the car ahead as from the car behind at all times. Tailgating is trouble, not just because it makes accidents more likely, but because you as the tailgater can start a traffic snake if the driver ahead brakes. Always in the middle. This gives you the most time to prevent overbraking, but also gives the driver behind you the most time as well. And when stuck in traffic, this rule would get all cars to pull apart the snake faster. That's the simple solution to traffic, getting humans to change their behavior, perhaps by sharing this video to show how and why traffic happens, why tailgaters are trouble, and how we can work together to make the roads better for all.
Now, look back at reading 2, then choose 3 of the possible solutions which are mentioned and complete the table. As you see, in the first box, we write the problem. Then, in the second box, we write the goal or the goals we are looking for at the very end. In the table below, we mention 3 solutions They might be more than 3, then you decide on 3 of them. After that, on the right side, you write some advantages and disadvantages for each solution. This makes you decide on the best solution at the very end. Now take your time to fill in the table and pause the lesson. After taking enough time to finish up with the table, move into the last section. In the box to the left, you write the decision. That means you decide on one of the solutions. In the right box, you write your reasons. Why did you choose this solution? Now pause the video again. Do the exercise. After that, wait for the model answers. Possible answers are shown now. You can pause the video and copy the answers to your book. Very good. Now study the map of Riverton and list the city's potential traffic problems. Possible answers are: only one road connecting people's homes to their schools or places of work. Also, morning rush hour will be very busy because schools are also starting. Furthermore, no train service, only buses, which use the same road. You can add to that, traffic lights may cause congestion, as well as high temperatures in the desert may lead to road rage. And finally, fuel is expensive. Now, you have a similar table to exercise number 1, but this time it's your turn to write the problem, the goals, the solutions, and your proof. Advantages and disadvantages. Your decisions and the reason. An example to start with could be: the area where people live is on one side of the bridge, and the business center and schools are on the other side. Let me show you some possible answers. Problem: there is only a single 2-lane motorway joining the residential area to the area of schools and to offices. This means there is traffic congestion, especially at rush hour. Goals: to stop traffic congestion in the city. Now look at the map on the previous page again and the possible solutions to the traffic problem below. What are the advantages and disadvantages of each solution? Choose 3 solutions and write their advantages and disadvantages into the table on the previous page. The first solution is building a tunnel. This might cost £3 million. Time to implement 2 years. Solution number 2 is park and ride bus system. Costs £2 million. Time to implement 1 year. Solution number 3, road tax. Costs £100,000. Time to implement 3 months. Solution number 4, encourage people to cycle. Costs £500,000. Time to implement 3 months. Solution number 5. Move the residential area to other side of the river. Costs £100 million. Time to implement 10 years. And the last solution, solution number 6. Ferry. Costs £2.5 million. Time to implement 2 years. Some of the possible answers might be: you can pause the video and copy the answers into your book. Lastly, look at the 4 solutions and choose the best 2. Write them in the decisions box and write your reasons in the reasons box on the previous page. Don't forget to do the assignment. Repeat the lesson whenever you need to. Write all the answers in your book. Thank you. Goodbye.